Cedar Impressions Perfection Shapes install on accent areas to add beauty and sophistication to a home's exterior. This product is designed solely for installation on vertical surfaces and should not be used for roof application. Panels must be installed with nails over a solid substrate with nail holding strength such as plywood, oriented strand board, or existing wood siding a minimum of 7/16 inch thick. This product cannot be installed with staples. Like other polymer siding products, Cedar Impressions Perfection Shapes are not watertight, so all weatherproofing needs completion prior to installation. For the document version of the CertainTeed vinyl and polymer siding installation guide, which is available as a free download, visit CertainTeed.com/resource. The following tools are required for installation of Cedar Impressions Perfection Shapes: a hammer, a tape measure, a square, a chalk line, a level at least 2 feet in length, a utility knife, a snap lock punch, a nail hole punch, shears, aviation snips, and a circular saw with a sharp 40-tooth minimum carbide blade. Cedar Impressions Perfection Shapes expand and contract with changes in temperature, so you must space each panel according to the panel temperature at the time of installation. Failure to provide the proper spacing may result in gaps that are too large or too small, which can cause panel distortion or buckling. Each panel is made with a panel thermometer on the upper right-hand corner and temperature indicator lines on the upper left-hand corner. These are used to guide spacing at the time of installation. Spacing the panels is simple. The cells on the panel thermometer will change color to indicate the temperature of the panel. If the panel thermometer reads 65, align the second panel to the 65-degree indicator line on the first panel. If the cell between the 65 and 100 is brighter, position the panel between the 65 and 100-degree indicator lines. Note that panel temperatures may change throughout the day, so check the temperature on each panel before installing. If using J-channel as a starter, you must first drill weep holes every 2 feet, using a 3/16 inch drill bit to allow for proper drainage. You will install your first course as a backdrop. To begin, line up 2 courses of shapes and make a mark on the first panel 1 inch down from the bottom of the second course. Cut your mark with a pair of shears, keeping the top piece for your install. To assure a straight and on-center installation, first strike a level line at 5 3/4 inches from the bottom of your surface. Next, drive a nail into the peak of your gable and use it to strike a straight vertical chalk line. Unlike a typical wall installation where you would install panels working right to left, when working in a gable, the installer should center the first starter panel, then work in both directions to complete the starter course. This will help assure that either a shingle or shingle separation line will be centered in the peak of the gable. Align the center hole in the nailing hem to the exact spot where the 2 chalk lines intersect. Center pin the panel through this center hole. This will help control the natural expansion and contraction of the panel. To finish hanging the first panel, drive a nail through the nail slots at each of the 4 quick reference nail mark indicators. Leave 1/8 inch to 1/16 inch between the nail heads and the panel to allow freedom of movement during normal expansion and contraction. Continue to install the starter course, properly spacing panels according to panel temperature. Nail the panels together through the right end nail slot, being sure to overlap the previous panel's left end slot. When you reach the edge of the gable, measure the panel to within 3/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch from the inside of the J-channel. And then, cut at the appropriate angle and install. Begin the first full course of panels, working from right to left. Hold the first panel in place, then mark the gable angle, leaving 3/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch space inside the J-channel. Cut the panel. Position the panel and lock it into the starter course below. Nail first through the round center hole, then at each of the quick reference nail mark indicators. Continue installing panels. Use the hammer tapper to properly space the panels according to the temperature shown on the panel thermometer. To install the second course, cut at least one shingle off the right side of the Shapes panel to stagger the layout of the seams. An alternate way to center pin a panel is by placing a nail in each end of the centermost nail slot in a panel. Continue to install courses up the wall. As you can see, different shapes install identically and can be mixed together. For the final course, drill a 9/64" hole near the top of the panel and secure it with a color-matched fascia nail. Depending on your cuts, you may need to fasten the final two panels with a single nail. To install any Cedar Impressions shingle profile above Perfection Shapes, use the auxiliary hanger function install method. To do this, the flash material must be removed from the lower tabs on the face of the Perfection Shapes with a utility knife. The resulting lock allows the next course of Cedar Impression shingles to be secured. Do not use the original hanger, otherwise your exposure will not line up properly. Instead, lock the shingles into newly created lock tabs and secure. For more information, visit CertainTeed.com or call 1-800-233-8990.